Take that medal off. This is my courtroom, not your parade ground. The judge's voice thundered, his gavel slamming down so hard the sound bounced off the marble walls. Gasps shot through the packed courtroom as heads turned toward the man sitting quietly in a wheelchair. His uniform was pressed, his posture unbroken, and on his chest gleamed the nation's highest award, the Medal of Honor. Before we move further into this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. Let's dive in. The veteran did not move. His weathered hands rested calmly in his lap, his eyes steady as if the judge's fury barely grazed him. Behind him, rows of soldiers in dress uniforms stiffened, their jaws clenching, their fists tightening against their legs. But the judge leaned forward, his face hard and cold. This court is no place for theatrics. That medal is a distraction. Remove it, or I'll have it removed for you. Whispers spread like wildfire. Some reporters scribbled furiously, others raised their phones, capturing every second of what was quickly becoming a spectacle. The veteran finally spoke, his voice low, firm, and unshaken. "Sir, with respect, this medal is not theatrics. It is a reminder of every man who never made it home." But the judge scoffed, his lip curling. "Save your stories for the bar. In here, my word is law. Remove it. Now." The silence that followed was heavy enough to crush the air. Then the veteran turned his head slowly, his eyes meeting the judge's with quiet steel. "Your word may be law in this courtroom, but this medal is the law of sacrifice, etched in blood, in lives laid down, in courage you will never understand." The courtroom erupted with gasps. The judge's gavel slammed again, furious. "Bailiff, remove that medal." But the bailiff froze. His eyes darted to the rows of soldiers now rising in unison, their polished shoes pounding the floor as they stood at attention. The sound was thunderous. The judge's command died on his lips. For a moment, the veteran's mind drifted back. Smoke. Fire. The deafening roar of battle. He remembered dragging his brothers from the burning wreckage, his body torn by shrapnel, his vision blurring, refusing evacuation until the last man was safe. He remembered the silence afterward, how many didn't make it. That medal on his chest wasn't for him, it was for them, always for them. When he looked up again, his voice was quiet but carried across the room like a drumbeat. "This Medal of Honor doesn't belong to me, it belongs to every soldier who gave their last breath. If you think I'll strip it off because you demand it, then you have no idea what honor means." The judge's face turned crimson, but his authority was slipping. The gallery erupted in clapping, the sound growing until it drowned out his frantic banging of the gavel. The next morning, footage of the exchange flooded every news channel and social feed. Headlines screamed, "Judge humiliates war hero," and "Veteran defends his medal in court showdown." Veterans groups rallied across the country, demanding the judge's removal. And then came the hearing. The veteran returned to court, not alone, but flanked by rows of men and women in uniform, each wearing their own medals with pride. The gallery was filled to capacity, reporters jostling for space, the nation watching. The judge entered, pale and sweating. He avoided the veteran's gaze, but the damage was already done. His arrogance had turned into a scandal too big to contain. The panel of higher judges announced their ruling swiftly. His behavior had disgraced the judiciary, and he was stripped of his bench effective immediately. The room erupted, not in chaos but in applause, a slow rising ovation that shook the chamber walls. The veteran lifted his chin, his voice carrying above the cheers. "Respect cannot be ordered, it must be earned. Power without humility is nothing but corruption. This medal isn't about me, it's about sacrifice, and no one, not even a judge, can take that away." Tears streaked down faces across the room. Soldiers saluted, civilians stood with hands over their hearts. Even those who had doubted him now saw the truth. Dignity is not negotiable, and in a final act of humility, the veteran reached for the medal, unpinned it, and placed it gently on the table before him. "This belongs to them," he whispered. "Always." The silence that followed was electric. Then the entire courtroom rose to its feet in a standing ovation that thundered like artillery. For the first time in that courtroom, justice didn't come from a gavel. It came from the courage of a man who refused to bow. And that's the lesson. Wealth, robes, titles, they mean nothing compared to honor. A medal pinned to a soldier's chest is more than metal. It is the living memory of sacrifice. The judge lost his bench that day. The veteran walked out not just as a soldier, but as a symbol of truth, carrying with him the respect of a nation. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how you feel in the comments.